Good morning, this is Teacher Terry, and I would just like to tell you today that Protostar is hiring. Yay! That's a great thing. The company itself has a good platform. It's got a lot of good material. It's easy to use, and it is probably a good up-and-comer. I was very impressed with everything that I had encountered with them, but I'm giving you a word of warning. Warning. You may not get through the interview process. Why? Because it's corrupt. They use teachers that are working to hire and interview. Now, when I say hire, I'll explain that in a moment. In my particular case, ABC many years, months ago, was kind of declining. I was looking. This was for a backup, and I was contacted by their employees to do this. Now, one of the employees with ABC got into a conflict with another teacher there who all sided up, and there's a lot of things that went on, manipulation of truth, lies, all this stuff went in. It affected the forum. A friend of mine got fired. In fact, we're still real good friends. Didn't do anything wrong, and basically she was set up with a certain group of women who were very vindictive. And I won't name names, but those of you who are familiar with a lot of those issues back then will probably put two and two together. Anyway, I went in and was given an interview with Protostar. Protostar themselves had a really nice. Now, I wasn't exactly prepared. I know that. I did fail my first interview. But what was said in that interview wasn't that I failed it. It was what was said during it. One of the things I was told was dye my hair. It was inferred after that the company doesn't hire, if you look too old. So basically the image didn't fit. So I wasn't sure if it was my deal. Now, bear in mind, I have license. I'm a degreed teacher. I've been teaching over 40 years. Kindergarten, primary school. I don't have a problem teaching kids. So, anyway, I let it slide. A few months later, somebody said, reapply. So I did. This time, I got with a girl named April Hamilton, I believe. Sweetheart, very sweetheart. Went through the process. I went through about 4 interviews. I was at that level 4. All of my friends are telling me, well, hey, man, you made it. You're going to get hired. No one gets to that level without being hired. No one. You're in. And I got these emails from several of the friends that were working there that were praising, and everybody was just happy as a pig in the mud. Go in for my final face-to-face, and guess what? I no longer had April Hamilton. I had April Chisholm. Some of you may have known her as Mary Bishop with ABC. This was the same lady that failed me the first time. Oh, she's all smiles and happy and everything. Doing her little, thing. Now, she couldn't just come right out and fire me, so she let me go through the whole thing, and I'm still ecstatic. I've already reached through the level 4 meeting, and next thing I know, 2 days later, I get this email, I'm not being hired. Now, April Hamilton was ready to hire me. April Chisholm comes back into the picture. I wasn't hired. Ask yourself, what's up with that? How did she even get there at the very last? Brings up another point. 2 days later, I get a lot of conflict, a lot of communication, a lot of chatter. April Chisholm pushed one of her good friends into the slot that I was going to be on board with. This was a young, pretty girl from ABC. Very few qualifications other than she had taught online. I believe maybe she had a TEFL. I'm not sure. Didn't go into it. But Sonny said, after careful review. Now, I have just recently gotten another letter from Sonny. It's been over a year now. And this particular letter comes to me, and it says something similar to, we really appreciate what you've done in the past, or something like that. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get this up. Here we go. Now, here is the thing that really gets me. Now, everybody knows that I'm not, quote, a referral monkey, but if I'm going to do something for a company that then I want to get something for my time. But it says, thank you for all your interest in Protostar and applied in the past. I'd like to share news. Protostar business is doing great, and we are currently heavily recruiting for teachers. If you ever thought about applying again, continue with the hiring process, this would be the best time to do so. If you're interested, please submit your application here. Well, number one, I've already applied twice. Number two, I've already made it through the fourth process. I don't feel like doing another interview since I've already passed everything except the onboarding, and that was because of one individual. And then said, but if you're no longer looking to be an ESL teacher for us, you can refer people, and once they've worked for 1 month, you'll receive a $50 bonus. I've attached a hiring flyer to your email. Now, that's okay in and of itself, but they don't give you a code to put on there so that if someone does get hired, there's no way to give you your money. Okay? So, anyway, I just responded back to her, and I told her that I had sent her information on this lady over a year ago, and that personally, I would recommend they not use regular teachers to interview and hire other teachers, because they can hire their friends. And Sonny says, I make the decisions. They send their recommendations to me, and I make a decision off of that. That tells you right there everything you need to know. All she does is go by what other teachers tell her. So, it's a, do you like me, do you not like me? Are you impressed or you're not impressed? You put on a dog and pony show. It's a popularity contest. Do you look good? Do you sound good? Do you make April happy? Excuse me. Remember, as I said a while ago, when I knew her at CABC, it was Mary Bishop. Her real name is April Chisholm. So, if you make her happy, if you make her tingle, you might get hired. If you don't, you're a man or you're older, you're going to have trouble. So beware. Protostar is hiring, but you've got to be prepared for a couple of those teachers. She's the only one I know for sure to avoid. Is it a good company? Yeah, I think it is. Has it got a great platform? Yes, I think it does. Do they pay well? I hear they pay great. I hear their students are okay. Do they have teacher support? Can't tell you. I don't know. But based on how they treat you when you're in the process of being hired, I would say probably it's going to be iffy at best. Again, this is Teacher Terry. Do what you want. I can say the company material and platform is great. As far as the company itself, I really don't know. But make decisions based upon your own feelings. Have a good day. Hope to see you in the classroom.